Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Liaquat Zaman. Ahlan wa sahlan, marhaban. Welcome to this video, guys. I hope all of you guys are having a wonderful time. As you can see, I'm having a wonderful time. So let's carry on with this then. So here, this verse is quite short today, but sometimes, you gotta make the verse a bit long, and sometimes you take a shorter verse. So here we're going through this verse. Let's have a go. And by the way, if you guys don't know what my channel is about videos I do regarding Arabic and learning fiqh and learning hadith and all various sort of things that are related to Islam. If you are interested, subscribe, hit the like button, share it with your friends, your family, your relatives, your neighbors, and let's go on with this then. So tilka darul akhirah. Right, so a lot of these words you guys should be familiar with by now. We are actually coming very close to the end of the surah. So dar, it means abode. It's actually a feminine word. Right, it's a feminine word. Al-akhirah, right, al-akhirah. Does anyone know the difference between akhirah and akhar? Let's see if you guys know. Akhirah. Right, so you guys should know this one. La yuriduna, arada yuridu iradatan. Right. What does that mean? Put it in the comments. I like to see what you guys know as well. Uluwan, ulu means high. Right, something which is ali, ala ya'lu, which is high up. So something which is very high up, like high status or something. Fasad, it means breaking the sequence. Right, so disrupting the sequence of something, you call it fasada, yafsudu. Right, fasadan. Some people translate this as causing crime and corruption, but literally means to break the sequence of something. Al-aqibatu, aqibatu is actually ism fa'il from aqib, aqiba ya'qibu, which means something that comes after. So it's like the outcome, the coming after, the thing that comes afterwards, the aqiba. Or halatul aqiba. Lil-muttaqeen, ism fa'il. Muttaqeen, right, you guys should know what muttaqeen is. Muttaqeen is actually, did you know, it's actually from the root letters waw, qaf, ya. Right, so waqa, ya. Put in the comments if you guys know what that literally means. Waqaya. Yeah, waqaya. Right, Tarkeeb now. Iraab. Tilka is mubtada. Ad-daru is the mawsoof. Al-akhiratu is the sifa. Mawsoof and sifa put together become the first khabar. Khabar number 1. And then نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض is going to become the fi'l plus the fa'il plus the maf'ul bihi ha. Ha is a feminine, it goes back to dar. Remember I said to you guys, dar is a feminine word, so it goes back to that. Okay. Lam is harf jar, and للذين, الذين is the mawsul. لا يريدون علوا. Right, so la is nafi, yuriduna is going to be fi'l plus the fa'il. Right, arada yuridu iradatan. And so you've got fi'l plus fa'il here. Fa'il is them, by the way, hum, they, the believers. Uluwan is high up. Right, so it's the maf'ul bihi, highness. Is that a word, highness? Fi is jar, al-ardi is majroor, jar majroor, put together is going to become muta'alliq to ulu. But you can't make it directly muta'alliq to ulu. What you have to do is, because ulu is considered to be a jamid word, so you're going to have to make it muta'alliq to thabitan, which is going to be the sifa of the mawsoof uluwan. Uluwan mawsoof, and thabitan is going to be the sifa. Right, so I think by now you guys are very familiar with this idea of mawsoof and sifa coming together, and yeah, I think it's quite common. That's what I like about, once you see what happens, I find with students is when they study lots of Arabic grammar and they don't get the opportunity to implement the grammar, apply the grammar, it's just very theoretical. They can't see the benefit of it. But when you do it like this, like how I do, if you go through these videos, you're always going to start questioning yourself. You're going to question the grammar that you've studied, you're going to question the rules, and then that's how you're going to learn quicker. That's what I think. If you guys think like me, put it in the comments. Put in the comments, write down, I think like you. Right, so all of this now, uluwan fil ardi is going to become the ma'tuf alayhi, wow is going to be the ataf, and then fasadan, fasada yafsudu fasadan is going to become the ma'tuf. Ma'tuf plus the ma'tuf alayhi is going to become the maf'ul bihi of yuriduna. Right, maf'ul bihi of yuriduna. Okay, so all of that now is going to, all of that, right, fi'l, fa'il, maf'ul bihi is going to become the sila of the mawsul. Mawsul plus the sila put together is going to become the maj'roor. And then majrur jar, majrur muta'alliq to naja'aluha. Right, so all of that is muta'alliq to that. Right. Okay, what else do we have over here? All right, all of this now. Jar, majrur, fi'l, fa'il, maf'ul bihi, all that put together is going to become the khabar, right, of tilka, or it's going to become the hal. So either second khabar or it's going to become the hal, right? So in the translation, I will show you guys how there would be a subtle difference in translation if it's a khabar, if it's a hal. There's also one more tarkeeb left I'm going to do of this, right, to show you guys what another possibility is of this entire part, tilka darul akhirah, right? There's another sort of like part to it, and this is it, right? So tilka is going to become the mubdal minhu, and dar is going to become the badal, right? It's going to become the badal. Now before we make it a badal, dar is mawsuf, al-akhirah is sifa, mawsuf sifa put together is going to become badal, right? Now some say you can actually make ad-dar, al-akhirah, dar, you can make it the sifa of tilka, right? Tilka is mawsuf, you can make that sifa as well, because the nature of the word dar is like that. But others say no, you can't, it's a jamid word, and jamid words you don't make them like that. Yeah, like for example, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَاب, they say al-kitab is the badal of ذَلِكَ. So tilka is ism ishara, and that's going to become the, let's say, mubdal minhu. And then ad-dar al-akhirah is going to become the badal, and both of them put together is going to become the mubtada. Right. Naja'aluha lilladhina, all of that is going to become the khabar. Right. So these are several tarkeebs that are possible, two major ones. And which one do majority of the mufassirin take? They actually take this one, the top one, right? The mubdal and badal, they take that one. They say that's stronger. The only person I've actually found that says that you can do the other ones is al-Lubab. Yeah, Tafsir al-Lubab. So that's the only one that I found. But he even says that the first one is much better, much stronger, because it gives more power to the meaning, right? There's more emphasis in the meaning. Anyway, right, so we've done that. Let's carry on then with the next part then. So now al-aqibatu lil-muttaqin. Al-aqibatu, right, what we're going to make this, we're going to make it, and the waw is isti'naf, and the aqiba is going to become the mubtada, and lil-muttaqin jar, and muttaqin is the majroor, and jar and majroor both put together is going to become muta'alliq to thabitatun, and that becomes the khabar of al-aqiba. Al-aqibatu thabitatun lil-muttaqin. Jumla ismiya khabariya. Okay, right. So now, so all of this now, so this tilka is la mahalla min Iraab. Naj'aluha is a rafa' marfu if you take it as khabar, and nasab if you take it as hal. La yuriduna la mahalla, and al-aqib al-muttaqin la mahalla, right, min Iraab. Right, what else do we have? Okay, muttaqin. Right, this word, so I want to explain a little bit of sarf about this word. So muttaqin originally is from ifti'al. Okay, so ifti'al mufta'ilun. Right, so muttaqi, the mufrad is muttaqi. And if you were to break this down, and ina is like the jama mudhakkar salim add-on. So muttaqin originally is mut, mim, double ta, mut, ta, and qi, qaf, ya. Muttaqi with the ya at the end. Right, now see, this word is actually what we call in sarf, it's called a mithal wawi. Remember I told you waqaya, right? So where's the waw? Well, what's happened, the ta used to be a waw. So originally it would have been mutaqiyu. Tried to say that 100 times. Mutaqiyu. So you can't have a waw there, right? So you can't have a waw in the middle there. So the waw is removed, right? And it's replaced with the ta. So ta is easy to pronounce rather than waw. So the ta is there. And then at the end of a word, you can't have a ya or a waw with the dam on there. So you got to get rid of it. Yeah, it's hidden. Right, so it's muttaqi, muttaqi, muttaqi. And then add the ina at the end. Now you got two yas meeting up now. One got sakin, sukun. They both actually got sukun. So you have to get rid of one of them. So what do? We get rid of the red one. Right, the asl. Get rid of that. And now we've got muttaqina. Muttaqina. Yeah, it makes sense. So if you understand it, alhamdulillah. If you didn't understand it, play it back, watch it again, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys have got it. Okay, muttaqina. And you can check out my sarf videos if you haven't checked them out. I've got sarf videos, I've got Ajurrumiyyah, grammar, Arabic grammar, and I'm also at the moment, or if you're watching it very recently, then I'm doing Sharh Qatr al-Nada, and if you're watching it very later on in life, then maybe I've actually finished Sharh Qatr al-Nada. But yeah, that's that. So that's the tarkeeb of all of this then. I hope you guys learned a lot from that, benefited. So now translation now. Tilka. So tilka is that, right? It's feminine, that, far away. So when you are pointing at something which is in a distance or far away, you say tilka. So here, when you translate this that, if you're going to use the tarkeeb that dar is the khabar, right? Then you're going to say that is the abode, is the abode. But if you're going to use the tarkeeb of that abode, right? Then you're not going to say the. You're going to say that last abode, that last abode, right? Tilka darul akhirah, that last abode, that last abode, the last abode that you guys know, as in the day of judgment, the hereafter, that last abode. And if you're going to translate it as, like I said, the khabar, then you're going to say that is the last abode. Like that is the final destination. That's the final place that you're going to go. That is the last abode. Jannah is the last abode. So as though you're pointing at it from far away. So it gives it more grandeur meaning. Like I said, the one with the ism ishara as in mubdal and badal, that's actually got more of a meaning because you are already kind of saying that you know what I'm talking about. So when you know what I'm talking about and then I discuss that, that has more of a powerful meaning. Tilka darul akhirah. You know the darul akhirah that we all know? That darul akhirah. نَجْعَلُهَا لِلَّذِينَ لَا يُرِيدُونَ عُلُوًّا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Like that. Now if you make it hal, then it's going to be like this then. Tilka ad-darul akhirah. That is the dar of the akhirah. That is the abode, that Jannah and what Allah has mentioned and what's going to happen to these people. That is the dar al-akhirah. Which we make for those. That's how you can translate it. You can translate it as which. Yeah, which we make, or whilst we make. Tilka darul akhirah. So these are like subtle differences, but the important thing, let me tell you something very important. When people translate the Quran, if you don't know Arabic grammar properly and you don't know the different possibilities and the mistakes you can make, then you give people the wrong image of what the Quran is saying. Like, you know, like if you imagine you're looking into like a camera or something or some glasses and they're blurry. It's like you're giving people a blurry image of what the Quran is saying and they might misunderstand what the Quran says. And this happens, unfortunately, quite a lot where some people learn a bit of Arabic and they give a wrong sort of meaning to the people or a meaning which is misleading. But when you know Arabic grammar and balagha very well, the translation you give is going to be a very, very like accurate, precise translation. So tilka dar al-akhirah naj'aluha lilladhina la yurid. Naj'alu, ja'ala yaj'alu. We make. Yeah, we will make. Ha, it. Lilladhina, for alladhina, those who. Yeah, alladhina, those who. La yuriduna uluwan. Right, so alladhina is mawsul. Those who la yuriduna uluwan. Yeah, those who do not intend. Right, intend. So intend is not, okay, it's like want, yeah, like want, intend, are searching for, are not searching for, are not intending, are not going after, uluwan, highness, like a high status. They don't want this high status. They're not after high status. They're doing things for Allah's sake. Whether they get a high status as a byproduct or not, doesn't matter. fil ardi, in the land, in the earth, in society, in the city, in the, civilization, in the ard. Wala fasadan, and no fasad, no do they want fasad, do they want disruption. So by having the la, by repeating the la, you're actually saying, the translation is going to be like this: they don't want uluwan fil ard, nor do they want fasadan. Right? Two separate things. It's not saying they don't want ulu and fasad. They don't want ulu and fasad, right? So ulu and fasad together, they don't want that. It's not saying they don't want them together, like as in they do want ulu separately. If they can get ulu separately without fasad, or fasad without ulu, that's okay. If you had no lam there, it could mean that. Yeah, let's say you remove the lam, then it could mean this, that they don't want ulu and fasad together, like at the same time. But they might want ulu so long as there's no fasad with it, or fasad as long as there's no ulu with it. But by saying wala fasadan, it means they don't want both or either separately. So you see how these little subtle things are very important to know. Wal aqibatu, aqiba means the outcome. Al aqiba lil muttaqeen is for the people of taqwa. Muttaqeen is for the people of taqwa. The people of taqwa. So what is this ayah saying? The ayah is saying this: Tilka darul akhirah, that darul akhirah, that darul akhirah, the darul akhirah that we all know, that we're gonna go and have to face Allah and answer His questions and either go Jannah or Jahannam. May Allah send us to Jannah. Tilka, that darul akhirah, we make that naj'aluha lilladhina, for those individuals who are not searching and wanting uluwan fil ard, nor are the ones that are searching and wanting for disruption on the land. Right? So these are like two qualities Allah is mentioning about believers, but He's not saying naj'aluha lil mu'minina, no, because He wants to point out in the believers, these are the two characteristics out of all the characteristics that fit perfectly in this surah. Because if you remember, this surah is about Fir'aun and Haman. They wanted uluwan with their power and with their wealth. They wanted fasad. Yeah, so Allah does not give the hereafter. In this dunya, He might give the society, He might give status and wealth and all of this power to people who want ulu and fasad. He might give it to them. But in the hereafter, no. Strict rule that the Darul Akhirah is going to be made. When it says made, it doesn't mean that the disbelievers are not going to go there. They are going to go there. But when we say made, it means the Jannah part of it, the luxurious part of it, the paradise part of it is made for these people. Well, aqibatul muttaqin. In other words, believers are going to be going through difficulties, but aqiba, the thing that's coming up, like the outcome, the last and final say, is going to be for those people who had taqwa in the world, those who protected themselves and shielded themselves from committing crimes and following their carnal desires, disobeying Allah. For them, the aqiba is going to be the aqiba. Yeah. So look how beautiful Allah brings all of these things. Put in the comments if you think that's powerful. It gives you like a very impacting meaning in your heart. To me, it does, definitely. I mean, how Allah brings these words, and it just shows like this ayah fits perfectly into this surah. You won't find this kind of ayah in another surah. It fits perfectly into this surah because this surah was about that. Anyway, Jazakumullah khair. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's read the next ayah then for next time. من جاء بالحسنة فله خير منها ومن جاء بالسيئة فلا يجزى الذين عملوا السيئات إلا ما كانوا يعملون. We have a different tone there. Anyway, Jazakallah khair. I will see you guys next time. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends and family, and check out all my other videos as well. And thank you very much to all of my supporters, friends, patrons. Thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. May Allah bless all of you guys. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khair, guys, for all of your support. Without your support, I wouldn't have been able to produce the videos that I've put up on my YouTube channel. And there is so much more that I really want to do. And without the support of you guys who are patrons, generously supporting this channel, I've been able to get myself a camera, which, as you guys can see, the quality of this camera, a mic system, software. I've been able to hire an editor. So what do I want to do? I want to make lots and lots and lots of more videos for beginners, for intermediate, advanced, in the subjects like Arabic and fiqh and hadith and tafsir and aqidah and all those other things as well. And for this to happen, again, this channel needs support. So if you guys want to become patrons and support this channel, then check out the link below. Also, if you do become patrons, you'll have access to videos that I don't put up on my normal YouTube channel. So check that out, inshallah. And there's most other perks as well that you guys can benefit from. And if you want to access this channel through social media, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, Facebook page, and other things as well that you can visit. So jazakumullah khair again, guys. Thank you very much for your support. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khair for watching this video. I hope to see all of you guys. If you guys are interested, please leave us feedback, get in contact with us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.